Assalamualaikum ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SAMAA Lounge. I am your host Bazal Mushtaq. आज मैं अपने गेस्ट को अनाउंस करने के लिए बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ. आई एम श्योर हम लोगों को उनसे सीखने को बहुत मिलेगा. वो सही मायने में एक सर्वाइवर हैं. उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ में जो जो चीज़ों से सर्वाइव किया है, यू एंड आई कैन नॉट इवन कॉन्टम्पलेट दैट. तो प्लीज़ वेलकम शहबाज तसीर. हेलो शहबाज, क्या हाल है आपके?
आई एम वेरी वेल, थैंक यू फॉर द काइंड इंट्रोडक्शन एंड फॉर हैविंग मी.
ऑनेस्टली आई विल बी ऑनेस्ट विद यू, लाइक पहली ज़रा मैं क्लियर कर दूँ, आई हैड नो आइडिया अबाउट यू. ठीक है, आई हैड नो आइडिया व्हाट यू बीन थ्रू एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. I was just living in my bubble. My ignorant ass was like, कुछ नहीं मुझे पता था. तो फिर I did some research on you and I was like, dude. और वो सारा like, how did you manage to get out of it? And you're like sitting over here normally. You know what I mean? I saw one of your interviews with SAMAA and I was like, he's a old boring guy. ठीक है, I'm being honest. And then I saw, and then the next interview I saw of yours was with Muru, the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's such a chill dude. He's like a youngster, bro. Like he's like मेरी तरह का बंदा है. और that's when I understood your vibe. So I just want to like know how are you feeling.
Vibe is very, you know, like depends on the atmosphere. So you put me on a serious show and I have to be a serious guy. You put me with Muru and you bring out the worst in me.
Yeah, I think you're a good actor as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, Shahbaz, how are you feeling? Like, how is life? How is the weather?
Weather is awful. Can't breathe in this city.
Yeah, definitely.
But life is amazing and it couldn't be better.
Yeah.
And I'm living it to the fullest, or as full as I can live.
Okay. Are you a summer person or a winter person?
So I'm a summer and winter person.
Yeah.
I believe both seasons have their ups, right? But I'm not a smog person.
Yeah, of course.
And I've never experienced smog till I think 2018.
Yeah.
So I came back in 2016 में मैं वापस आया था.
Yeah.
But मेरी 2016 की winter और 2017 की winter I was in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So I missed this. So 18 में I was here and I thought it's fog. क्योंकि फॉग तो लाहौर में हर विंटर आता है. एंड आई नेवर फॉरगेट, हम ये डिफेंस की रोड पे जा रहे थे एंड आई जस्ट टोल्ड माय फ्रेंड, यार जरा बाहर निकल बिकॉज़ आई कांट सी एनीथिंग. और 2 मिनट बाद वो आया एंड ही हैड टीयर्स कमिंग फ्रॉम हिज आईज. ही इज लाइक, इट्स नॉट फॉग, इट्स टॉक्सिक स्मॉग.
Exactly.
So the weather could be better. I know we had some artificial rain a few days ago.
Yeah.
So it can still be better.
Yeah, I
but
hope
life
that works.
is amazing.
Yeah. So you were in UK recently as well, right?
Yeah. I was on tour. Not cricket tour, book tour.
But what, like around what time?
I was there the entire summer, which is not really their summer.
This year?
Summer. Yeah, this summer.
Yeah.
I went in May and I think I came back in like August or something.
I was there in summers as well this year and I hated the weather over there. Like
Hot and cold.
Yeah, but like I like the cold weather. Even if when it's hot, it's sunny. It's not hot.
Yeah.
But this time it was humid. Like I couldn't even breathe over there.
Yeah, London has developed that. I never felt humid there before. I felt humid this.
Yeah. And they don't have the concept of air conditioning and fans over there as well.
Yeah, I was luckily staying in a place that had air conditioning, so I was very lucky. Otherwise, if there was no air conditioning, I can't. Because I was in t-shirts and and like normal shorts and track pants types.
Exactly.
So it was hot. It was a humid, really hot summer. Definitely. But it was wonderful because it's the first time since university that I spent this long in London, and it was all for work and not like traditional work like मेरा जो office का काम होता है, but ये काम, and I enjoy this as well, which is weird because you know I was tortured and kidnapped. So, but
of course.
But it's fun, it's nice, and different people, and you know one amazing thing happened out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. If you've looked me up, you must have found out that I'm a crazy Man United fan.
Yeah.
Is your father a Man United fan?
No, he doesn't watch football.
Oh, okay. I know Wasim bhai.
He plays it, but like he doesn't watch it.
So I did this podcast with a friend of mine called Lee James for BBC Sports.
Okay.
And I was talking about my kidnapping or how Man United itna integral part tha, and I got this chance to listen to them, and we had a great session. And then just recently, I got a call from the commercial director of Man United, and they invited me to come and talk to the players and the club. And so, like, you know, I feel like, you know, if your life is a puzzle, the pieces kind of fall into place.
Yeah.
So I've just been really blessed and really lucky.
It's nice that you have that kind of perspective towards life, even after what you've been through.
Yeah.
It's actually quite inspiring. So, what are your activities these days, Shahbaz?
You won't believe it if I told you. Spider-Man 2 I've got on PS5.
I'm playing that these days. I was just playing that. Okay, I was just playing that before coming here.
Okay.
And I just got to the part where he gets the Venom suit. And it's crazy.
So I've, all my abilities are upgraded, fully upgraded. My suit is fully upgraded.
Okay.
I've got every uniform in the game.
Okay.
I don't know if you played with the Wolverine uniform, Miles Morales.
I haven't yet.
So you'll get it at, I think, 38 or something.
I'm just trying to collect all the skill points and everything so that I can...
That's the most important. So do all the side quests. You see?
Yeah.
This is what I've been up to. No, but you know, like I have my normal work day at office. I have this, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
You know, this part of my life is fun.
Exactly.
I've got my kids, and then I have to take time out for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy as...
So Shahbaz, you have a book coming up as well, right?
Yeah. It's out. It's going to be 1 year.
Okay.
It's going to be 1 year.
Tell me, what should we expect from that? Because obviously everyone knows your story and like you've talked about it on various platforms. What is something that we might expect that we've never heard before?
Mushkil sawal hai. So none of the interviews and talks that I've done have anything to do particularly with the book.
Yeah.
The book is very intense. Or agar aap mere se mile, to I'm not a very intense guy. And you probably wouldn't feel that I'm someone who's had a very traumatic or intense experience either, because I'm pretty laid back. And so the book comes from a very difficult part of my life, one that I'm unaffected by, one that I sometimes can't even believe happened to me because I'm in such a good place in life. But it's very much a part of me. And when I had to write this book, I had to go to that very dark place that I was in for a very long time, remember those feelings chronologically, and then produce this piece of literature so that when you read it, you connect with me. You know, there are a lot of books about tragedies and traumatic events, but you go 3 pages in and you're just done with it. Meri kitab, so far I feel, anyone who's read it has enjoyed it as literature. And I've got, by the way, this will sound crazy, a lot of first-time readers. People who've never read a book before.
I really want to know, in your case, you went through, I'm sure you went through PTSD and like mental health issues and depression. How do you dealt with it? How do you get out of it? Seeing you like this, it's just like a inspiration really.
So I'll tell you 3 things. The first thing is, if for any reason you need professional help, get it.
Of course.
Don't look at some superhuman, not that I'm superhuman, but don't look at someone who's gotten through something that 99.9% of people can't get through as the standard. I'm not the standard. So the first thing that you have to do is always get professional help to deal with something traumatic or tragic in your life. The second thing is faith. Not just in yourself, but in Allah as well. And मैं लोगों को ये बहुत बताता हूँ कि पैदा तो हम सब पाकिस्तान में हैं और हम सब मुसलमान हैं, लेकिन जब मैं अपने आप को कह सकता था ना कि मैं that I felt कि मैं मुसलमान हूँ, was जब मुझे अल्लाह का डर पहली बार realize हुआ था.
सही.
That's when I realized I'm a Muslim and I also had a moral compass. Because I feared something greater than myself. So faith. No matter what your obstacle is, put your trust in Allah and have faith in yourself. Believe that I can do this.
Definitely.
And my third thing is my family. That's my foundation. That's my pillar. My mother, my brother, my sister, my wife, my kids. I often wonder if I would be the person that I am today, agar ye log meri zindagi ka hissa na.
Did you have to go through some maybe surgeries or something to do become normal?
Lucky. No, I got lucky. My back is very badly cut and bruised. And
is it still?
Yeah. They used to cut it with knives and put salt on it, and then they used to remove flesh from pieces. So वो scars तो कभी नहीं जाते. When I came back, a few of my friends were like, you know, maybe you should get वो plastic surgery type होती है. It's like वो scar removal होती है. But I love my scars.
Yeah.
You know, मैंने बड़े लोगों को देखा है वो इंजेक्शन लगा देते हैं, अपने मुंह बदल देते हैं. But ये सारी जो आपकी लाइंस होती हैं ना, ये आपके जख्म, ये दिस इज योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ लाइफ.
एग्जैक्टली.
एंड ये कहानी बताती है. और ये एक पर्सनालिटी आपकी, यू नो, हु यू आर, व्हाट यू आर. एंड सो जैसे ये लाइंस आजकल तो बहुत कम लोग एम्ब्रेस करते हैं. जो करते हैं उनका एक फ़र्क कैरेक्टर होता है. उस तरह जख्म भी एक चीज़ होती है जो आपको एम्ब्रेस करना होता है. You know, you can think of it as a wound or you can think of it as an opening for light. I don't know.
Yeah.
मेरे ज़ख्मों ने, they've never held me back.
Do you sing as well? I don't think many people know this, but like you sing, right?
I do, but I'm very embarrassed. I used to have, you know, everybody knows Muru, and most people know me.
Yeah.
Through my podcast with Muru.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, what you were saying, कि ये तो he looks like an old guy.
Yeah. But in the first interview that I saw.
But the Muru podcast will probably जो मेरी असलियत है, pretty much revealed me for my true nature. But he's one of my best friends. He's my childhood friend. So when we were really young, Muru was the most talented guy in our generation. There was Salman Toor and there was Muru. One turned out to be a globally recognized artist, and Muru is what he is, which is, I think, one of the most talented guys in Pakistan. Easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily.
Totally agree.
And even what he shows you is not even 10% of what he is.
Yeah.
You know, he's a producer, director, camera. He's so many things that you can't put a pin on it.
Yeah.
So me and Muru had a band. I used to sing. He used to play the guitar. We did it our whole lives. We did it in school. We did it in college.
Okay.
I went towards businesses.
Yeah.
He never did. He was true to himself. तो जब मैं kidnap हुआ, आपको, you have to be true to yourself if you want to survive.
Yeah.
Because the only image you see in a mirror is yourself. There's no third person. No one can help you. No one can guide you.
Yeah.
And उस वक्त I used to, मुझे rap music का बड़ा शौक है. And I like I'm a big Jeff Buckley fan.
Okay.
So I like classical music. When you know, I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But I started singing during my captivity, and I started doing all the things that I felt maybe in life I didn't do. Like I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
And all my friends think I'm hilarious, and you know, when we were younger, I just take the mic और मैं अपने एक दोस्त को निशाना बनाता था और 10 बैठे होते थे, but it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
So I started doing all these things, and then I wrote these 4 songs.
Yeah.
I wrote one for my father, I wrote one for my mother, for my brother, my sister. And when I came back, I showed them. I've never shown them to anyone. They're not in my book.
Okay.
It's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
I shared them with Muru. He loved them. I asked him to sing it. He refused.
Okay.
He refused because he said, "You're going to sing them."
Okay. And then you refused.
He's making me do it.
Okay.
So
nice.
2 of my friends, Rakeh Jameel, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's also a producer. He works with Coke Studio.
Okay.
Works with Noori. He works with a lot of big guys.
Like I told you, I live under a rock, so that's my bad.
Great guy.
Yeah.
I recorded one in his studio. I've got one on my Instagram.
Okay.
It's very embarrassing. And so I want to do it with Muru. I feel like me and Muru have this connection that's very difficult because we've grown up together. We explored our artistry together. But yeah, so I do it, but nobody knows about it. And the only time you can catch me singing is in the bathroom.
Okay. My next question was that are there any mentors or individuals that, you know, who have significantly changed or influenced your life?
So I've always wondered if a role model and a mentor is the same, because a mentor is someone who molds and guides you, and a role model is someone you look up to.
Well, you can answer both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my father was both.
Okay.
I used to look up to him.
Yeah.
I was in awe of him.
Yeah.
You know, usually अगर कोई आपको छोटे से आप बच्चे हो और आप स्कूल जाओ और सब आपको कहे वो तुम्हारे अब्बू जेल में हा 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 हा.
Yeah.
You'll get embarrassed. You'll take a back step.
Yeah.
बट मेरा जवाब होता था मेरे अब्बू जेल में क्योंकि तुम लोगों के बाप बुज़दिल हैं.
Yeah.
or you know, like first grader.
Yeah.
And what's worse, your dad being in jail or your dad being a coward? Now their curiosity would awaken. So they'd be like, what do you mean? I'd be like, my father is fighting for your children. He's not even fighting for me. He's fighting for your children. Because your fathers are cowards and they couldn't do it. I was so in awe of him. There was no confusion why he went to jail. You know, मुझे कोई story नहीं बताई जाती थी. बताया जाता था तुम्हारे अब्बू हक के लिए लड़े. हमेशा मुझे बताया जाता था. My mother would tell me that he could have had a better life. He could have had a different life. He had a better life. He gave it up to do this. तो अगर मैं उसकी बीवी होते हुए accept करती हूँ, तो तुम चाहे first grader हो या 7 साल के हो या जो, you have to accept this. And you have to be proud of him. You have to be proud because he doesn't need दुनिया की encouragement. बिल्कुल. But जो अपने करीब वाले होते हैं ना, उनका जो प्यार होता है, it can launch you.
Yeah. Apart from the thing that happened, I think that is the most probably defining moment of your life that actually personally shaped your journey. Would you say that? Of course it is.
One would think that, but it's not.
Okay.
When my daughter was born, and when my sons were born, पहला तो चलो हिट होता है, दूसरा का अपना हिट होता है, तीसरे का फाइनेंशियल हिट भी होता है. So you really have to put yourself in perspective. So anything that's ever happened, the 2 times in my life that I felt there was like an awakening. The first time was when I lost my father and I buried him.
Of course.
I had this overwhelming sense of responsibility to take care of my mother and my brother and my sister. And I love them a lot, and you know, they're adults and take care of themselves. And I feel like मेरी जिंदगी की सबसे बड़ी कमी ये है कि, you know, I can't like just take care of them. Like they just sit at home and relax while I just make everything happen for them. You know what I mean? But I can't do that. And that's amazing too, that they're responsible, grown-up adults and whatever. But it was a defining moment for me in terms of like this overwhelming change in my character where I felt this responsibility. And of course, the second one I'm telling you is my kids. Because whatever I thought before, my life changed when I held these little things. They're like this big when you hold them.
Like the other day I was in Dubai and I had ordered some wings and I was carrying a box of wings like this. And suddenly I'm like, I feel like I need a baby of my own. I need to experience that unconditional love. And so
wings and love.
I don't know, it was weird.
By the way, at least my daughter ka husband say, chalo, I can understand the dog love.
I think the way I was holding it, so I was like, So anyways, Shahbaz, as someone who has experienced challenging circumstances, how do you approach adversity and maintain resilience?
Well, I personally hope no one ever has to experience the kind of adversity that I had to experience. I think हमारे वालदैन हमेशा हमारे दिमाग में डालते हैं कि एक इंसान के लिए सबसे मुश्किल चीज़ अपनी औलाद को दफनाना है. मगर मेरे लिए आज तक सबसे मुश्किल चीज़, और अल्लाह ये इम्तहान किसी को ना दे, अपने वालिद साहब को ही दफनाना था. I guess the circumstance, the way that I had to bury him. It was difficult. Then breaking this mold of who I was. बिकॉज मैं बड़ी एक प्रिविलेज ज़िंदगी रहता था और मैं एक सोसाइटी में रहता था, एक रूटीन में रहता था. मेरे वालदैन ने बड़ा पूरी ज़िंदगी दोनों ने बहुत काम किया था कि आई लिव्ड इन द कंफर्ट इन द बबल दैट आई लिव्ड इन. बट यू नो, कुछ लोग कहते हैं मोल्ड और ककून और आई डोंट नो, बट फॉर मी इट वाज जस्ट torn apart. You know, one minute my eyes closed and I was in this privilege, and then the next time my eyes opened and I was in a place that even the least privileged people in the world will say that we are better off than this. And that's difficult, and you really have to try and find some meaning in your life. And that's why I tell you, I'm lucky that I found Allah. If I didn't have this legacy, जो मैं आपको बता रहा था क्लास 1 में, मुझे पता था मेरे वालिद साहब जेल क्यों गए, and how proud I was of it. उसी तरह जब ये लोग मुझे कहते थे कि तुम्हें हमने अगवा किया और टॉर्चर कर रहे हैं क्योंकि जो आदमी तुम्हारा बाप था, तो पहले तो दर्द होती है.
of course.
पहले आप डरते हो, फिर आप रोते हो, फिर आपको शर्म आती है. मगर ये सब गुजरने के बाद आप अपने 2 पैरों पे खड़े होते हो. और जब एक बार आप खड़े हो जाओ, that is standing up to the face of adversity.
Yeah.
Someone who is continuously telling you that the worst that is happening to you is because of the man that your father was, and you finally get up and say, no, this is not the worst that's happened to me. This is the worst that's happened to you. For me, this is the best thing. If you're doing this to me because of the man that my father was, I couldn't be prouder, so do what you can.
Yeah.
And you find, you know, I'm not that man, and I'm not a very strong guy. I'm just...
Neither am I, so, yeah.
But to feel that strength, that no one can break you, even though physically anyone can, you know, it's a strength. And I guess that's the only place that I had the stories of my father, his legacy, his sacrifice, and then the lessons from the Quran and the strength that only Allah can give a human being.
So we're going to get the energies up and we're going to do a rapid fire round with you.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. She just did one with me and I confused her for somebody else. Oh.
Okay.
Bless me.
These are just fun questions, light questions, you know, and you have to answer them rapidly.
Okay. What's the timer? Because I have a problem as well. Now, if it's not intelligent, it can be really from a place you didn't expect.
That's fine. Like you have like 5 seconds, I feel like.
Okay, fine.
So, movies or books?
Movies.
What's your guilty pleasure movie?
I can't believe I said that I'm an author.
But I know that you're a fan of Marvel movies, actually. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
What's your favorite superhero?
Unless you talk about the original Batman movies or the Christian Bale movies.
Christian Bale movies, yes.
As something that's continued, the Marvel universe is...
I agree. I totally agree. So who's your favorite superhero of all the universes?
Iron Man. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
Like the way he says, I'm
You know,
Iron
I got
Man.
the whole dress and I dressed up as him on Halloween as well. So it was very, very cool. Like, every time I pressed a button and it was like, Shahbaz, and I was like, back from Afghanistan.
Do your children say, I love you 3000?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I have that I love you 3000 with
I like that.
I always leave them a note, I love you 3000.
Yeah.
I feel like that it's a beautiful thing that Tony Stark said, but it's a beautiful thing to say to your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And someone you love.
Yeah, and the sentiment that they created was like really
it was
touching.
Too much. When he left in...
Yeah, exactly.
मेरा भाई आज तक he's a grown 38-year-old कहता है he's coming आ रहा है वापस लाएंगे I'm like मर गया है bro
I'm feeling that too, yeah. I think उन्होंने अभी recently कह दिया कि he's not coming back.
Yeah, and Shariar is like he's lying. I was like, that's the producer of Marvel. He doesn't know anything. I was like, who does?
Yeah. But if you could describe your life using a movie title, what would it be?
Midnight Express.
Why?
Have you seen that?
No.
It's like this carefree, fun college student who goes to Turkey and he tries to smuggle some drugs back to America.
Okay.
Just a college kid. But the authorities grab him.
Okay.
And the movie is like this. And he spends like 5-6 years in jail. And it's very hard and it's this very tough Turkish jail. And usko puri zindagi ka ragda milta hai because he's American, he's Christian, so he's like right at the sub. And in the end, a darwaza aise khulta hai and he just walks out of that door and runs to his freedom. And nobody, jailer ko bhi nahi pata, kisi ko bhi nahi pata, aur wo bas suddenly azad ho jata hai. So when I think of my life, I can be like, oh, it's a Marvel movie, oh, I'm Batman, oh, I want to be this, or I want to be that. But it was the only movie that I've ever watched in ek saans, and wo khatam hui and I was like, shukar hai ye bakwas khatam hui hai yaar. And I felt like I feel like my life is kind of like that.
Yeah. So
it's
like
a great movie, read it.
Midnight Express.
Midnight Express. It's
You're
a
just
great
confused
movie,
between books and movies.
Yeah.
So if you could time travel, I think I know the answer to that, but like would you go to the past or future?
I would go in 2011, August 26th and tell myself, do not take this turn to office, just take the next one. For God's sake. No book is worth it, no interview is worth it, just take the next one. Yeah.
Of course.
No, but me and my brother have this conversation a lot because we study Einstein and we study like a lot of these physicians and a lot of guys that work on the time travel theory.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny, but in the scientific calculations of how the universe and light works, it's possible.
Yeah.
Right? So, have you seen the new Indiana Jones?
No, I haven't.
It's amazing, right? Watch it.
It's on my list,
Jones.
though.
I'm in Indiana Jones because of the nostalgia of the old one.
Yeah,
right? So
I've seen the old ones,
He goes, I don't want to tell you anything, but whatever happens, it was, me and my brother saw it and we just looked at each other and we were like, you know, hum itna ye sawal ek dusre se पूछते हैं. But yeah, I would love to go back in time to see like how the pyramids of Giza were constructed, how the Mayan templates, the tablets.
So tell me, what's your favorite animal and why?
Bulldog.
Why?
I have one. I love him. His name is Elvis. ये वाला मेरे भाई का है. मेरे वाले का नाम Boss था. Oscar, Byron, Beethoven. We name them after classical singers or Elvis. Elvis is not Elvis. His name is Elvis the King. He's a white British bulldog, and they have their own personality. And मुझे नहीं पता. I love him. He's my favorite animal. अब कोई आपको आके कहेगा शेर, तो तू अपने शेर को लेके चल. My bulldog and me are.
Okay.
Now I can't hear shit.
I'm not gonna say even anything. मिठे चौल मस्त माहौल. मीठे चौल
चावल चौल
yes मीठे चौल मस्त माहौल.
मीठे चौल मस्त माहौल.
Yes. Perfect. Next one. बंदर क्या जाने अदरक का स्वाद.
बंदर क्या जाने
अदरक का स्वाद.
Say the last part again. अदरक का
स्वाद.
स्वाद. The स्वाद.
Yes. Can you hear me?
A little bit.
That's not fair. आग
ये ऑफ हो गया.
अच्छा ये लगाना.
Okay.
आग लगे बस्ती में अपन अपनी मस्ती में. अपन
आग लगे बस्ती में अपन अपनी मस्ती में.
And the last one. दाल में कुछ काला है. Okay, that was easy. That was very easy. You can take it off. Yeah. That was a very easy one that I've given you.
I just heard you say dal and kala and I put it together.
Okay, now we're both going to play a game. I'm also going to participate in that. This is the last game of the show.
Okay.
And this is Dumb Shades. I'm sure you must have played it.
I'm a master at this game.
Oh, so am I.
We just played at my sister's house. The number one team got 14 dumb charades and I got 14 in one try and I beat them. How's that? And my team was playing in one.
Now I'm a bit nervous because I used to think I'm the best, but like I'm not so sure anymore. So who do you want to go first or should I go first?
You go first. I'd like to see the depth of your skill.
Okay, this is a bit... Oh shit.
You can't speak.
Yeah, I can't speak. So this is English, Hindi, Urdu, right?
Okay. English. One word. Urdu. Bubbles. What is bubbles in Urdu? हम तो कहते हैं bubble बना. Bulbule.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That was just really lip reading.
Your turn now.
Okay. We're going to spin that. How do I do this? Okay.
3 words. First word. English. Okay. Second word?
No. Yeah.
Second word. Third word. King. King. Okay. Third word is the king.
Yeah.
Okay. Second word. What is that? Is that some sort of a mask?
No.
Are you an animal? Mm-hmm. Tiger? Horse? The female of a horse? The child of a horse? Donkey? The Donkey King?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. You explained that.
It's very difficult. I was like, how do I get easy. The? And I was looking, idhar kahin the likha hua hai? The likha hua hai? Pick, carry? Carry? Okay. So, first word is carry.
Oh shit, how am I going to explain this?
Second word. Carry me. Carry it. Carry explosion. Okay, third word. Muche. Mustache. Sai. Pelwan Chaudhary. Chaudhary. Maula Jat. So Maula Jat. Jat. Carry Jat. Carry and Jat. So second word now we have to guess. Okay.
You don't know this movie?
Carry.
That is cheating. I think I won this round. I won this game.
Yeah.
Your team has been telling you.
The cameras, you can see you.
Anyway, that was it. I won the game. It was really nice talking to you, Shahbaz.
Thank you for
And I had really fun with you. I really got to learn a lot about your life also.
No, thank you for having me. And you know, I have this very close affiliation with your family.
Yeah.
And your father is one of the most wonderful friends and human beings. And I'm going to send you the book. I know it's sold out.
Absolutely, please.
Please give. For me, him reading it, yourself reading it, it means the world.
I'm excited to read that. Shahbaz, आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा. It was really nice talking to you. It was really inspiring. और काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला. I had a lot of fun as well. I hope हम इस setting के अलावा भी कहीं बाहर मिलें and hang out together. And you guys also keep watching and stay tuned. Thank you so much.